Herc, a brilliant weekend for Americans in the Bundesliga over the last few days. Plenty of the veteran players stepping up, but I think it's the youngster that everybody is talking about. And of course, we're referencing Gio Reyna, the 17-year-old, the son of Claudio Reyna, longtime U.S. men's national team legend, made his first team debut for Dortmund, becoming the youngest American ever to debut in the Bundesliga. Yes, breaking Christian Pulisic's record with the same Borussia Dortmund club. Herc, let's cut to the chase. Let's get on this hype wagon. Is it time for the U.S. men's national team, the senior national team, to call Gio Reyna in?
Yep, absolutely. And the reason is, at this stage of the U.S. men's national team, this pool, what does Gregg Berhalter have to lose? Right now he's trying to unearth gems anyways. It's not like they're lighting up the field and they're competing for best team in CONCACAF. He said he's looking for the future. This is the future. Gio Reyna comes from U.S. men's national team pedigree. His father, Claudio Reyna, is well regarded as one of the best players to ever wear the crest. If you're Gregg Berhalter at this stage, you don't have anything to lose. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when.
18 first-team professional minutes is enough to earn you a senior cap in this U.S. men's national team?
In this U.S. men's national team, yes. And we've spoken about this many times before.
What does that say about the national team?
Well, this isn't the first time we've mentioned it, Seb, how easy it is to get a cap these days. If you have a quarter of a good Major League Soccer season, not Bundesliga, not Premier League, not La Liga, not Serie A, Major League Soccer season, you will get a call-up. You will get a January invite. So if that's the case, I'd rather see Gio Reyna, I'd rather see the youngest player, American player ever to debut in the Bundesliga, get a call-up, a player that knows what it's about, than these Major League Soccer All-Stars. And also, by the way, this is a player that Claudio Reyna, who is involved with New York City FC, who is the Manchester City ownership group, they let him escape to Borussia Dortmund. Why? Because it was the correct pathway for him. He was going to get minutes. He was going to be groomed. He's going to be in one of the best youth setups in the world. Here he is, getting minutes with the world's best. Give him an opportunity.
At this age, is Gio Reyna ahead of Christian Pulisic at this same age?
No. Settle down. This is where you've got to settle down, Sebastian Salazar. Don't go doing this already. I know exactly where you're going with this. Like when you said at 17 that Claudio Reyna or that Christian Pulisic was already light years ahead of Claudio Reyna in his whole U.S. men's national team career. That's not the case. Take it step by step. Gio Reyna
at this point, he's ahead of Pulisic at the same point.
18 minutes. Christian Pulisic, I believe, wasn't just the youngest American. He was one of the youngest foreigners ever to play in the Bundesliga.
Listen to me, Herc. Playing for the same club he debuted earlier. How is he not ahead of Pulisic? Say it.
How is he ahead of Pulisic? How?
Because Pulisic at that age hadn't debuted for Dortmund yet.
No. Different Dortmund teams. Where was that Dortmund team? What did he do? What did
They finished 10 points off the title. This team's in a real title race. Those minutes are tougher to come by right now.
Seb, you're trying to get me to compare youth players. You know, settle down. Christian Pulisic was already playing with the national team, I believe, at that age, was he not?
All right, you don't like talking about the young guys. Let's talk about the old guys. Let me give you three. Well, they're not all that old, but let me give you three players who had a pretty good weekend in the Bundesliga for their teams: John Brooks, Tyler Adams, Josh Sargent. Of those three, if you could pick one to have a big season, not for their team, but for the U.S. men's national team, who you picking?
Oh, Tyler Adams, because I think he's that important to the setup. He's that important to Gregg Berhalter. If Tyler Adams can cement himself as a healthy player in that setup and also be the defensive midfielder I know he can be in that setup, this is a player that we're going to be talking about for years to come. I'm talking about a 10 to 12 year national team player, or we're talking Michael Bradley-esque numbers in games played, a leader, a player that can really take the program to the next level. But it's got to be him staying healthy. At Leipzig, they value him. Gregg Berhalter values him. We all value him, but he's got to stay healthy. And if he can stay healthy, he's by far the most important player out of those three.
So what you're telling me is Giassi Zardes, Josie Altidorf in for forward just for the next till 22 and 26 too? Come on, man. Sargent now or never.
what I'm trying to tell you is this U.S. men's national team is not going to be creating a whole lot of opportunities going forward offensively. So if that's the case, what you want is a good defensive midfielder to control and balance the midfield, balance that game, to clean up those errors, and Tyler Adams is going to be vital to that.
Fair enough. We will leave it there for now. Worth noting, a couple other Americans plying their trade in the Bundesliga that didn't play this past weekend because of injury: Zach Steffen and Weston McKennie.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.